Get it out of there, break it out.
Have to find the open guy. He tried to buy time, but the rush got there, and terrific job by the Tulane secondary of plastering any guy near them, forcing this field goal.
36 yards for the lead. On its way.
And it is good. But it's 24-21. Let's see if the Green Wave can score.
Tie it or a touchdown to win it. After Houston opted to have the first possession offensively, and now they'll turn it over to their defense.
It stinks. Man.
And for Willie Fritz on the other side, well, you got to love the way that everybody else rallied around their quarterback position. Everybody stepped up their game a little bit tonight.
Man, how many times does Tyjae Spears, number 22, the running back, touch the ball in this series?
Oh, a little razzle-dazzle. Back to Horton in traffic. Popped up in the air, incomplete.
Yeah, it's going to be incomplete. Flag coming in.
James and Hippolyte tussled for it.
Yeah, Hippolyte just had his hands engaged. Never looked back at the football. Pass interference.
So PI against Houston.
The penalty will place him off the spot of the foul. First down.
And the spot of that foul is the 15-yard line.
Talk about having some guts, right? You got to be confident and come out with a little trickeration on first down. And watch 5, Hippolyte, he was engaged early on, right there in front of the official.
Two tailbacks, Spears and Celestine.
Two tailbacks in the
10-yard penalty. Celestine off the right.
Celestine will go to the right side.
Cut down at the 11-yard line.
He gets it to the 11.
Number 11
Just about 4 on the carry.
Hogan with another big defensive play.
Yeah, coming up making plays. The secondary has done it all game long. They get to the outside. They forced everything back in.
So it's going to be 2nd and 5.
Saving tackle there by Hogan.
2nd down and 5.
Shotgun formation. You will drop back.
Into the end zone. Spears.
Good touchdown! Touchdown, Green Wave!
Get off in overtime.
Touchdown! Green Wave win it 27-24. I'm going to tell you, that was an excellent ball game. Excellent ball game tonight for the Tulane Green Wave. Tulane wins 27-24 is your final. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll have the post-game show. We'll hear from Willie Fritz in just a few moments. So final score 27-24. Tonight here on once again YouTube, you got to see the game-winning drive for the Tulane Green Wave. So Tulane now 4-1 on the season. They will take on East Carolina next week. So thanks for joining us here. We are on the post-game show. So
the number 1 receiver. So as he goes up the field, you've got number 2 Deuce Watts running an out route. The corner jumps the out. There's nobody there for the running back. Deuce Watts, he's in the end zone by himself.
So we're going to switch over. Once again, post-game show tonight. Thanks for joining us. So we're going over to our post-game coverage. So let's get over to the Varsity Network. We'll run the audio. You'll hear from Willie Fritz in just a few minutes. So I'm waiting on the feed to load. So your final score 27-24. Tulane wins the game. I'm gonna tell you that game right there. Challenges that game a couple of years ago when they won 38-35 in New Orleans. I was there that night. when they won that game. Now, like I said, I'm glad to see this Green Wave team off to a good start at 4-1 on the season. I mean, this is a very good team. Sure, we have our quarterbacks down. We have Pratt down. We have Ivy Etter down, but we have Kyle Horton. This young man, I'm going to say this about this young man. This young man has absolutely earned my respect when it comes down to it. So, once again, your final score tonight, Tulane wins 27-24. They go to 4-1 on the season. So we will go over to the post-game coverage. I will switch over in just a second. So if you're in the broadcast, thanks for joining us.
Local culture since 1996. Order online at MandevilleSeafoodMarket.com.
Count on the professional part.
Okay, we're going to go over some scoring plays in the game tonight. So I'm going to go over the scoring plays with you.
For 10 years,
So I'm going to switch this out.
With Peak Long Life Universal Premix.
Give me a second. So I'm trying to switch everything out on the screen.
Just $3.99 after mail-in rebate. Limit supply. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
Okay, let's give you the
on the Tulane Sports Network from Learfield. Welcome to the Capital One post-game show.
Okay, let's give you the scoring plays from tonight. Okay, scoring plays begin in the second quarter. Deuce Watts with a 13-yard touchdown pass with 12:42 in the game. It was 7-0. Then Houston scored on a Nathan Dell 1-yard pass. Also, in the third quarter, Jaden Cannon returned a touchdown fumble recovery. Also in the fourth quarter, Brandon Campbell had a 1-yard touchdown, tied the game at 14. And Nathan Dell had a 14-yard touchdown pass from Clayton Toombs. So it was 21-14. Also, Tydrick James had a 3-yard touchdown pass that was in the game tonight. Also, in the overtime period, Bubba Baxter kicked a 36-yard field goal, and the Green Wave wins on a touchdown pass tonight. So once again, your final score tonight, Tulane wins 27-24. Sorry about the feed. Let's see what's happening. Looks like our feed's going down. I don't know what's going on. Hold on one second. Let me refresh the feed.
They got him out in open space in the end zone, and he comes up with a great catch. 27-24 overtime win over the Houston Cougars.
And with that, I think we're going to take a quick break as Corey heads his way down to what I'm sure is a very animated locker room after that 27-24.
So final score tonight,
over the Houston Cougars for the Green
Tulane wins 27-24. We'll give you the full.
We will be right back. You're listening to Tulane football from Learfield.
Hey, Tulane
I'll give you the full play-by-play. Okay, the scoring plays. These scoring plays.
Delicious bottled water for more than 50 years.
Okay, the scoring plays.
Kentwood, Louisiana. Kentwood Springs bottled water is
Was a touchdown that was on 5 plays. The first one, 5 plays, 53 yards. Tulane's touchdown was on 7 plays and 15 yards. That was on the fumble. Also,
Another season of women's and men's college sports is underway.
also the touchdown in the fourth quarter was 11 plays and 75 yards. And also the last play of the game was 2 plays and 25 yards in the game. So final score tonight, Tulane wins 27-24. We will have Coach Fritz tonight. You'll hear them audio only. Okay, once again,
Greenway. You're listening to the Tulane Sports Network from Learfield.
okay, 21-14, third down efficiency tonight. Tulane went 5 for 12. And let's put this down slow. And fourth down conversions, Tulane went 1 for 2. They got to be better than that. Houston outgained Tulane 383 to 273. Passing wise, Tulane 189 to 208 for the Houston Cougars. Houston had 175 yards rushing. That was on 48 attempts. Tulane had 84 carries on 28 attempts. Tulane had less penalties tonight, 4 penalties for 35 yards. Also, Houston had 9 penalties for 70 yards. They had one fumble in the game. So final score tonight, Tulane wins 27-24. Here on this Friday night, let's give you the box score. Okay, Kyle Horton, 11 of 21, 132, 3 touchdowns. Abiata only went 5 for 5. Now, your running backs, Tajay Spears had 14 carries for 54 yards. Silas Steen had 7 carries for 39 yards. Abiata, before his injury, he went 1 for 9. McDougal had 3 carries for 1 carry for 3 yards. Now Spears had 6 catches. He was the main target tonight. Deuce Watts 3 catches for 50 yards. Wyatt 2 catches for 36. Keys 1 catch. Tydrick James had 2 catches for 7 yards in tonight's ball game. The fumble recovery was Jack. Let's see, fumble recovery. Tulane had no fumbles tonight, so that's good. That's good, clean football. We like to see that happening all the time when it comes down to it. So final score tonight, Tulane wins 27-24. We'll hear from Coach Willie Fritz. Corey Glover is going to the locker room.
Coming up with the big plays when they had to, and just a great effort by Tulane to win this football game tonight.
I mean, we've kind of been begging for a turnover really all season now, and I had this sent to me on Twitter by one of the stat guys. It looks like that fumble return touchdown by Jaden Canny was the longest one in 20 years, and it certainly looks like that. And for them to pull that off with how long they've been on the field, you know, you guys brought up time of possession in my ear, and Houston at that point had it for 9 minutes in just the fourth quarter, and yet just, again, the toughness and the adversity that they're able to continuously fight through, it's really just incredible. So, again, we're going to take another quick break, see if
Looks like the feed's buffering. I don't know what's going on. We're waiting on the feed. I don't know what's going on with the feed tonight. The feed's having a little issue. Sorry about that, folks. We'll get the feed back up.
Weekend. Go to visitjeffersonparish.com. That's visitjeffersonparish.com.
Okay, the feed's back up. So once again, 27-24 is your final. Let's go ahead and give you some high school football scores while we wait for the Tulane postgame show to return from Learfield ING. Okay, some high school football scores to report. Let's refresh this screen. I'm going to refresh it. Okay, third quarter scores. St. Frederick on top 27-0. North Central on top 8-0. Vermilion Catholic is on top 34-0. Homer on top 65-7. Also, Centerville on top 40-0. Brazil on top 27-0. They won that game tonight. Also, Catholic Point Kabee wins 22-8 in the third quarter. Also, Cedar Creek on top 56-0. Central Catholic winning 40-0. Harrison Memorial winning 12-0. LaSalle losing 53-8. Also, Maryville losing 42-28 to Elton. And Slaughter winning 62-6. Also, it is 48-12. Oakdale leading. Pope John Paul winning 51-0. Springfield down 16-14. Red River and Logansport tied up at 14. Arcadia down 53-10. Also, Pickering on losing 67-22. That's a wild shootout game right there. Also, another shootout in Delta Charter 36-22. Also, Welch on top 20-13. South Plaquemines, they'll have an update on that game, so we'll come back to that. And
Hudak alongside Steve Barrios continue our post-game coverage of the Green Waves' thrilling 27-24 victory over the Houston Cougars in overtime. And, for talking about how important of a game he needed to have Tajay Spears not only have that final winning score, but to have it be a passing touchdown, which, again, he was the leading rusher and the leading receiver tonight and really put this game on his back.
Yeah, he really did. He didn't break or come near the 100-yard mark in rushing, but he comes up big with 54 yards, and also he comes up big at receiving, 6 catches, 85 yards, and the touchdown catch in overtime. So, like I say, I'm in favor of getting Tajay to football any way we can. Handoff, pitch out, passing, and he's just an incredible player.
Yeah, and we kind of were almost a little just confused by that final series and then just kind of handing the ball off on a somewhat predictable handoff to Spears. But, again, that 85 receiving yards with a log of 30, rarely do you get running backs that have that much to offer as receiving threats on top of that. And it does really help when you do have someone like Iverson Celestine backing him up, who is really kind of gets those tough, ugly yards when he needs to.
Yeah, he really does. And, he came in, he did a good job. And the thing about Tajay, he's kind of starting to remind me of, some of the great running backs in the NFL, like Christian McCaffrey, okay?
Yeah.
Who is an outstanding runner, but he's also an outstanding receiver. So
Matt Forte was, too.
Yes, he was. So tip your cap to Tajay Spears.
Absolutely. You're just not... You could keep going about him all night, but we're just going to take another quick break here, and we will come back with our post-game coverage of the Green Waves' 27-24 overtime victory over the Houston Cougars, bringing their win total up to 4-1 this season. You're listening to Tulane Football from Learfield.
Hey, Tulane fans, what a game! Your hometown favorite, Kentwood Springs, has been delivering crisp, delicious bottled water for more than 50 years.
looks like we're having a little issues. I don't know what's going on. So we're going to have to refresh it again. I apologize. We're having some issues with the connections. Sorry about that, folks. We're just...
Tickets are available now at TulaneTix.com or by calling 504-861-WAVE. That's 504-861-9283. Don't miss Tulane and East Carolina, Saturday, October 8th at 2:30.
Okay, the next game will be 2:30 next Saturday. So let's go ahead and give you an MLB scoreboard update. Okay, college football. I'm going to pull this, flash this back, flip the cameras again. Okay, Washington and UCLA, no score. New Mexico and UNLV will play at 10, just about 20 minutes from now. It is BYU winning 38-26, and that's it. So that's it for college football tonight. Also, UTSA winning 38-20, and also Boise State winning 13-14 in their game. So 13-14 is your final. Okay, we'll go over to the Major League Scoreboard. Okay, it is 2-1. Aaron Judge did not hit his home run yet, so that's probably going to be sooner rather than later. Brewers on top 1-0, top of the ninth. Astros down 6-2, top of the eighth. Also, it is Cardinals on top 2-1. Angels on top 2-1. White Sox down 1-0. That's in the third inning. Mariners and A's tied up at 1. Rockies and Dodgers scoreless. And also Giants and D-backs. Giants leading 4-1 in that game. So that is your updates from ESPN. So we'll get back to the Tulane post-game show.
21 for 132 yards, 3 touchdowns, completing 52% of his passes, which isn't great, but he managed the game. He did what had to be done to get Tulane this victory.
Absolutely, and we just brought him up, but, another co-player of the game at that is Tajay Spears. Again, when you're down to your third-string quarterback, that's kind of when you just look at your best player on offense, and that's far and away Tajay Spears, and he performed. He brought it in the air. He was, there in the rushing attack. And I would be remiss not to give an honorable mention, to be honest, to Nick Anderson as well. As much as the offense really stepped up, Nick Anderson really rattled Clayton Tune so many times, and that pass rush was really ferocious for really the first time all season.
Also forced a fumble for the scoop and
Absolutely, yeah. And again, I saw it in real time, and you could see it again on replay. He played to strip that ball out, and just excellent hand placement there, and pick up by Jaden Kennedy. So that's kind of our trio of players of the game presented by Boudreaux Jewelers. Boudreaux's is your destination for the finest engagement ring designs by Tacori and Viraggio, and now showcasing Omega Switch watches. Experience these collections and more online at BoudreauxJewelers.com or at any of their 3 locations in Old Metairie, Mandeville, and Baton Rouge, because a gift from Boudreaux's says it all. We'll take another quick break here, and we will be back with our post-game coverage of the Green Waves' 27-24 overtime win over the Houston Cougars. You're listening to Tulane Football from Learfield.
Tulane fans, college football is back. So grab your friends and a cold, refreshing Dos Equis lager and make the most of game day. Dos Equis is the one to score for your tailgate, at the bar, or even watching with your friend who went to that other school. So buy a cold, crisp Dos Equis and roll wave. Dos Equis, proud partner of Tulane Athletics. Get a dose. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2022. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
No matter what Tulane team you are in town to see, the Cambria Hotel New Orleans is here to welcome you. Enjoy an unbeatable location, on-site dining options, free Wi-Fi, fitness center, and first-class service while you're in town to cheer on the Green Wave. Book your stay at Cambria Hotel New Orleans by calling 504.
Looks like it's buffering again. Looks like it's having issues again. I don't know what's going on. You have to switch this again.
By calling 504-524-7770 or visit their website at www.cambrianeworleans.com. Roll Wave.
The Wave roll here on the Tulane Sports Network from Learfield.
I've been driving trucks for a long time, and safety is my #1 priority. I know that my truck has huge.
So I say this, look. It was a comeback win because last week against Southern Miss, it was just an outpouring stinker game last week. So to be honest with you, so I say this, look. I don't know why is it look like it's flagging.
I serve in the United States.
Sorry about that, folks. It looked like it's.
Being a veteran,
I'll be honest with you, look.
Is really the absence of the connection and the purpose
Look, to tell you the truth, look, this is a win that's going to be in the ages. I mean, back in 2018, when they played each other, that game, that night, look, they was down in that game, but Tulane absolutely found the will and the way to win the game. Now, tonight is no exception.
Inside the Capital One studios, Brett Wiseman filling in for Dalen Mackey this evening. It's a happy post-game show for the Green Wave, a 27-24 overtime victory. Let's hear from head coach Willie Fritz right now.
All right, Coach, take me through the last 3:08 regulation and overtime, down by 7, and boy, did this team show you a hell of a lot.
Well, they really did. They did a fantastic job. Thank you very much.
That's Troy Dannon.
Yeah, I got a cold water from the AD. All right. We had 3 timeouts. We had plenty of time with 3:08. We did a good job driving down the field. I thought... Kai, I thought showed a lot of poise that last drive. He really did. There was, you just never know. I tell these guys this all the time. And I was talking to him about it a couple weeks ago. Shoot, man, prepare like you're going to play. You're 2 snaps away. Well, then all of a sudden he's back up and he's 1 snap away. Poor Justin, I feel for him. The kid has put in a ton of work and, but just a great drive. Great play calls. Our offensive staff did an excellent job knowing what to call and when to call it. There's a gutsy call with the shovel pass underneath there. It's really, really nice. Good execution. Just really proud of the guys. It was a tough, hard-fought win, and just proud of them. It was one that we haven't gotten much in the past, just proud of him. Great job defensively. Yes. Wow, we've just played awesome defense, and just need to keep doing it.
They were on the field for most of that entire second half, and you could tell that they were exhausted at times. But for them to just hold on, especially in the last minute when Houston was driving, they had 3 timeouts, 38 seconds to work with. They were shooting for the win right there, and for that defense to get the hold in overtime to force a field goal when they were on the field forever tonight. Boy, you knew what the character was of this group, and you saw it play out in full force.
Coach Hampton's done just a phenomenal job with those guys. All the coaches, Coach T-Rob at the front, Coach Moots with the linebackers, Coach C.Y. and Coach McCleskey and our graduate assistants. Just everybody's done a phenomenal job. They've gotten better and better each week. And hey, Michael wasn't able to play, and we got Justin in there. We're down to our 3rd quarterback, and Kai did an excellent job. We're very proud of all the guys.
And overtime, Coach, I think all of us were a little shocked that Houston chose to get the ball first.
There's a deal called Football Scoop. And there's an article a few weeks ago, and he talked about how he feels like that's the way to his approach. And I was hoping he was going to do it, and he did it. So that was good. You're generally speaking, you want to go on defense first, so you see what you need. So that was good.
And you knew you needed a field goal to extend.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Why is this thing buffering so much? Having trouble connecting. Come on.
We had a tough week. We were disappointed last week and with the outcome, and the guys just fought and scratched and clawed the whole ball game, and that's because we prepared all week. And you just never know when the next man who's that's going to be who's up, and just really proud of the kids. Just very, very proud of them.
Coach, congrats on the win.
Thank you. Roll wave.
There you go, guys. It's Willie Fritz after this come from behind overtime win in Houston.
With no fees or minimums and no over.
Okay, once again, that was Coach Fritz. Sorry about the feed going haywire, so apologize for that. Once again, thanks for joining us for this edition of Tulane versus Houston. We'll be back on tomorrow for LSU and Auburn. That'll be around I think 6 o'clock. So kickoff. So we will be on the air for that. And also we'll be on the air for Sports Talk. So once again, everybody have a good rest of your Friday night. And roll wave. This thing's slow.